Tonight, coming to you from the Hollywood Legion Lanes for television's biggest sports jackpot, $30,000. In the first match, Al Thompson meets Fred Lenning. The winner to challenge the King of the Hill, Jim St. John. You'll also be seeing one of Hollywood's most glamorous movie stars roll a ball for her favorite charity. It's Jackpot Bowling, starring Milton Berle, and brought to you by Miracle Mild Phillies, the best-selling cigars in the USA, featuring Miracle Mild Phillies Cheroots, slick on the draw and about as big as your trigger finger. And by Brunswick, the #1 name in bowling. Now, here he is, your host, Milton Berle.
Thank you, and good evening. Before I go any further, will everyone in the audience please shake hands with the person sitting next to you? Please do that, will you? Come on, that's it. Thank you. I'll tell you why I asked you to do that. There's a woman in the first row who wanted to get rid of some peanut shells. Oh, boy, what an audience. You know, I can see this is going to be one of those good nights. So, good night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Friday is Inauguration Day. That's the day that the president is sworn in. Then for the next 4 years, he's sworn at. I mean that. I don't know if you know this, but I have been invited to appear in the inauguration show, and it's going to be some show. Great show. $100 a seat. Yeah, $100 a seat. How do you like that? A show for Democrats at prices only Republicans can afford. I want to tell you, you should see what I'm wearing at the inauguration ball. White tie and tails, and I should be a sensation. Because that's all I'm wearing, white tie and tails. Of course, I'm also going to wear sneakers. That's right, sneakers. What do you have, sneakers? After the inauguration, we're all going to play touch football. Boy, I want to tell you, Washington will be really crowded this week. It wasn't easy to get a hotel reservation. I had to go right to the top. Really, I did. I called up Eisenhower and I said, Mr. President, next week I need a place to stay. And he said, what are you kicking about? So do I. But wait till Mr. Kennedy moves into the White House. Boy, will he be surprised. Who ever heard of going through a sand trap to get to the bathroom? Of course, once Kennedy moves in, he's going to have his hands full. If you see the lights on in the White House after midnight, you won't know if it's an international crisis or a 2 a.m. feeding. And now, thank you. Oh, you're good. You're good tonight. Good group. Now, thank you. Now, before we start our first match of the evening, here's a little advice for all you cooking enthusiasts. Would you like to know a terrific way to pan-fry fish? Well, first you catch the fish, and then you... Let's take a look at how the experts do it. Watch this, because it's very interesting.
Fishing. There's hardly a man alive who doesn't love to fish. Then top off everything with a pan-fried treat and a good cigar. Full-size Phillies Blunts, slim, trim Phillies Panatellas, Miracle Mild Smokin' Cousins, in the handy fresh pack, 5 for $39.
Yep, slim, trim Panatellas, full-size Blunts. They're both Phillies and both Miracle Mild, and they're 5 for $39. You try them. They're great. And now it's time for our first match, and right after it, one of Hollywood's most beautiful young actresses will drop by to roll a ball for her favorite charity. And in this first game tonight, Al Thompson will be bowling against Fred Lenning, the winner to challenge the King of the Hill, Jim St. John, for Brian's Tyance. I'm liable to tell my own jokes. For tonight's giant jackpot worth $30,000. Gentlemen, the lanes are all yours, and good luck. Take it away, Chick Hearn. It's all yours, Chick.
Well, thank you very much, Milton, and hello again, everybody. Remember now, in Jackpot Bowling, we bowl for strikes only. 6 consecutive strikes gets either or both men in the same game the jackpot. So let's hope they both get it, and remember, a jackpot winner is the automatic winner of our game. Tonight from Cleveland, Ohio, just 22 years old, Al Thompson. Now, with the public address system off, Johnny Clare is our referee. Here we go.
All And a baby. Now let's get Fred Lenning started. Fred is 39 years old from Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania, and proud of it. Here, a little high. 1-0 at the end of the first frame. Al Thompson will celebrate his 23rd birthday tomorrow. $5,000 here as a jackpot would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? He's 5'11", 170. His wife, Dee, 2 daughters and a son, looking on in Cleveland, Ohio. Mix them up. The 7-pin. So it's 1-0 going to the bottom of the second. And now Fred Lenning, who was born in Dortmund, Germany 39 years ago, goes to the line. On the head pin, he turned it over a little bit too much. 1-0 going to the third. Still time for either or one of these men to, either or both of these men, to get our jackpot of $5,000. Ah, look at that. There is the lovely Barbara Koopmans. Barbara, the queen of the 20th Annual Bowling Proprietor Association of America All-Star Tournament, now in progress at San Bernardino. 2-0, end of the third. Looking for the double. Al Thompson won the Claris tournament in Cleveland twice, in 57 and 58. The double, yeah. So Fred Lenning's going to have to start making his move. It's 3-0 against him. He's the Philadelphia match game champion twice. Too high, and he caves them in. 3-1. Thompson comes to bat. Top of the fifth, looking for the turkey. 6 in a row gets him $5,000. Lenning has started a string. Maybe they'll still both get it. Let's hope so. Beautiful. There's Stern Gibson, winner of $78,250 on this show. The double on the Brooklyn. So now it's 4-1, going to the sixth, like match play golf. More strikes than the opponent has frames left. It ends there unless one player has a chance for the jackpot. So Thompson here looking for his 4th in a row. He won the Golden Trail Classic in Buffalo, New York in 58, a 6-game average of 215. Just a youngster. He likes it. A solid hit, and the 10-pin stands. Fred Lenning won the Trenton Times match game title 4 times. He's got 2. 4-2 the score. They go to the 7th. 3 frames left. So that means if Thompson can strike here, he'll have Lenning Dormy. This fellow's current average is 208. Youngsters had 1 300 game. And again, the 10-pin. Bottom of the 7th from Fred Lenning, who won the 1960 Eastern States Classic. 5-game average, 233. Too high, and the 6 is still there. So now it's 4-2. We go to the 8th. Regardless of what Thompson does, Lenning would have to strike in the 8th and 9th for a tie. But if Thompson strikes here, it's all over. Bottom of the 8th, and Lenning with his back against the wall. He was 5th recently in the PBA at Memphis. His highest consecutive strike total, 28. He's high and doesn't get it, and that's it. That's it. Al Thompson beating Fred Lenning 4-2, Milton.
How about this match, ladies and gentlemen? Very excellent match. Congratulations, Al, on winning our first match. And Fred, you're really a wonderful bowler. It just wasn't your night. Tell me, Fred, may I ask you? I usually ask our, champs to come. What was wrong? What went wrong?
Well, just as you said, one of those nights. I just didn't have it.
You didn't have it. We hope that you'll be back with us soon again. Right now, I have a check for you for $250, and Laurie Brady, our lovely filly, she has a box of Phillies Perfectos for you. Happy smoking. I hope to be with you or have you with us soon again. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Fred Lenny. Thanks, Fred. Well, congratulations once again to you on your victory, and here's your check for $1,000. Now, you just relax. Sit down for a few seconds. Just a minute. He's nervous. Isn't he? He's a young boy. How old are you?
22.
22. It's all right. Well, you just relax, because you're going to challenge our King of the Hill, Jim St. John, in the giant jackpot tonight worth $30,000. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Thompson. Let's give him a big hand. 22 years old. And now, we're going to do a little traveling today. Of course, there are many, many ways that we can travel: by automobile, by train, by jet. But let's see how they used to travel back in the bad old days. Watch this.
The West means Pony Expressin' the mail, a train of wagons a-hittin' the trail, the iron horse with its big toot-toot, and the West means smoking a Philly cheroot, a Philly cheroot. Cheroots have flavor that brings a smile, a pack of pleasure that's Western style, a shape that's new and is sure to suit. You're really smoking when you smoke a cheroot, a Philly cheroot.
Partner, put a pack of pleasure in your pocket. Miracle Mild Philly cheroots, 5 for $28.
Yep. Philly cheroots, 5 for $28. You try them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present our celebrity bowler of the evening, one of the most gorgeous and glamorous young ladies in motion pictures today, England's lost and Hollywood's gain, the delightful, vivacious Miss Diana Dors. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it. Whoa! Diana, I want to welcome you to Jackpot Bowling, and may I say that you're looking gorgeous.
Well, thank you, Milton. May I say you're looking...
I'm looking what?
Nothing. You're just looking.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just admiring your dress.
Oh, do you think it's smart?
Smart enough to get close to you. But, Diana, we haven't seen each other in such a long time. Have you noticed I lost a lot of weight? About 20 pounds in the front?
Yeah, and a few shillings in the back.
By the way, Diana, may I ask you, what brought you to Hollywood this time, huh?
Well, right now I'm filming 2 pictures at the same time, The Ladies' Man and On the Double, with Jerry Lewis and Danny Kaye, 2 of America's greatest comedians.
Jerry Lewis and Danny Kaye, 2 of America's greatest comedians. Right, and now you're appearing with me.
Yes, and I think it's a nice change.
It's very funny, very funny.
Jerry told me to say it.
That's why he's not working with Dean. But, honey, I want to tell you, there is something that I would love to find out. If you're making a picture with Jerry Lewis and Danny Kaye, how come that you've never made a picture with me?
Just lucky, I guess.
Very good. No, I'm serious, Diana. I happen to know that you are married to one of the top comedians in England, Dickie Dawson, so I gather you must like working with comedians.
Quite.
Therefore, I assume that you like to make comedies.
Quite.
Then what would you do if your studio asked you to make a picture with me?
Quit.
It is evident, Miss Dawes, that you have never seen me in motion pictures.
Oh, on the contrary.
Have you, my dear?
I've seen every movie you've ever made.
You have, really?
Mm-hmm. In England, they show old American pictures on TV.
Very fun. I mean it, Diana. We'd be marvelous together. We could do comedy scenes. We'd be very, very funny.
Yeah, I don't doubt that, Milton. But a motion picture must have also a love scene. I mean, and to play a love scene, you have to have actual experience. Now, have you ever been in love?
Of course.
I mean, with somebody besides yourself.
Well, you got all the real zingers, kid. I must have some appeal. Girls fall all over me like Debbie Reynolds. She'd do anything to make me jealous. She's mad about me.
Well, why did she marry Harry Carl?
I told you, she'd do anything to make me jealous. Anything. So how about you and I making a picture together? Huh?
Well, Milton, I've seen you in that movie, Let's Make Love, and I've even heard that you may be up for an Academy Award as a supporting player.
Well, thank you very much. But that proves my point, you see. In Let's Make Love, when I showed Yves Montand how to kiss a girl, did you ever see a lip movement like that?
Yes, once, when I gave my dog a sticky Tootsie Roll.
All right, hold it. Let's forget it. Diane, you know, I'd like to have one answer tonight. Diane, let's forget it. You know the reason I asked you over here tonight is to roll a ball for your favorite charity. Now, which is your favorite charity?
The City of Hope.
Fine. Now, here's the way we start you off. We start you off... Can I put my arm around you?
Well,
we start you off with $500, and for every pin you knock down, you get $50 extra, so you can make as much as $1,000 if you throw a strike.
Boy.
Like Mamie Van Doren did a few weeks ago.
Well, why shouldn't I? After all, what has she got that I haven't got?
Nothing, honey. But yours is important. I got that one in there. See? Don't fool around. Okay. I'll tell you what you do. You go over there and pick out a bowling ball.
Righto.
Oh, aren't you going?
Righto?
Well, what's stopping you?
You're standing on my right toe.
I was... Oh, I'm sorry. Come on, I'll pick you up and move you over here, and I'll help you, select any ball you want. Is this the ball you want? Ladies and gentlemen, the very beautiful Miss Diana Dors bowling a ball for her favorite charity, the City of Hope. Watch this. Let's wish her a lot of luck. Yes, stand right there. That's the woman's play. Yes, good. Stay there. Wonderful. Nine pins. 9 pins at $50 a pin is $450. Added to the $500 which we originally gave you makes $950 for your favorite charity, the City of Hope. And Diana, thanks for being with us tonight. We'll be looking for your two new cinemas, Ladies Man and On the Double. Ladies and gentlemen, a big hand for Miss Diana Dors. Thank you, Diana. Wonderful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we start our $30,000 giant jackpot match, I have a question for you. Do you want to be absolutely sure that you're bowling against the world's best pins? You do? Well, here's a fellow who found a way. Watch this.
Hello, friend. I'd like to bowl a few lines.
Brought your own bowling pins?
Why, sure. Folks who know the score know you get more action from these pins. See that big red crown that goes all around? Means it's a real red crown Dora King bowling pin made by Brunswick. Makes the game more fun. Now, why don't you have these high-scoring pins, friend?
Oh, we got them. Look at the plaque.
Brunswick, Dora King, red crown pins. You've got them all right. Can't wait. Just love to bowl against those pins.
All over America. More people are bowling against red crowns than any other pins. Just ask for the big red crowns, Dora King bowling pins by Brunswick.
That's right, red crown pins made by Brunswick to make bowling better. And now here we go with our $30,000 championship match. King of the Hill, Jim St. John versus Al Thompson. Take it away, Chick Hearn. It's all yours.
Okay, Milton, ladies and gentlemen, here's the high point of the evening, $30,000. Our defending King of the Hill from San Jose, California, Jim St. John. Jim is 5'8", 138, 30 years old. Started out with 4 in a row last week. He's too high. The 310 remain, and here goes Al Thompson. This youngster just picked up $1,000. 5'11", 170. Boy, that 10-pin is causing him concern, huh? So it's nothing, end of one. Jim St. John served 9 years in the Navy, came out in January of '57. There you get an idea how he throws a semi-fingertip ball. 5 steps and a semi-spinner. Beautiful ball. He slowed that one up a little, and she really worked. All right, now let's get one started for this boy, Al Thompson. Been a pro 2 years. Attaboy. Remember, they can both get $30,000 in our crowd here. The most enthusiastic. The biggest thrill this fella ever had, he says, was winning the $5,000 first prize money in the Bowler's Journal Classic of 1960. Looking for the double. Too high. Give him a break. How about that? Did you see that? The 6-pin slid over, knocked the 10-pin off, and the 6-pin stood in the 10-pin place. There's a shot of the fingertip used by Al Thompson. Mix them up. Hey! Boy, he had a break coming. He's been tapped on 3 good hits over the 2 games. All right, let's get Jim St. John started now in the 4th. His best series, 747. His current average is 216 one league, 211 another. Attaboy. There's his wife, Dee, in San Jose, California, naturally. Ironically, both of these fellows' wives nicknamed Dee. Al Thompson, after the turkey. Oh, boy. $30,000, and both of them chasing. That's a lot of money. Jim St. John. Best average he ever carried for a year was 203. Just 30 years old. Looking for the double. Too high. Gonna have to cave him. Can't do it. Now, looking for his 4th in a row. He had the same situation in the first game. 22-year-old Al Thompson. His friends call him Squeaky because of his high-pitched voice. Identical to the first game. 3 in a row, and then he gets the 10. But there's Dickie Dawson, the famous English comedian and the husband of Diana Dors. Well, it's 3-2. We go to the 6th. Neither man can get the jackpot. It has just jumped to $35,000 for next week, but $1,000 still riding. And Jim St. John ties it up at 3-3. All right. Thompson can take the lead again. This fellow won the Golden Trail Classic in Buffalo in '58. Won the All-Star qualifying in Cleveland this year. You think that might not have been a costly 10-pin back there in the 5th frame? Well, Al Thompson leading now 4-3. Our defending king of the hill, Jim St. John. He's got it to tie it up to the 7th. For all you fans that can, will take in the 20th annual BPAA All-Star Tournament in San Bernardino, running through this coming Saturday. Gonna have to mix them. He did. Well, we've got 2 great youngsters here. The score is 5-4. We're in the 8th. If it were baseball, Thompson will have the outs. Jim St. John, 5 steps, semi-spinner, semi-fingertip. Just literally buried that ball. Beautiful action. Now, let's see what this youngster can do. Al Thompson. His current average is 208. All but the 5. So it's 5-5, going to the 9th. In case they do identical things here, either both make or both miss, then we would have sudden death play. And that's how Jim St. John got to be king of the hill in 12 frames last week. He defeated Thurm Gibson 6-5. The 2 previous games he's rolled on this show, this fella's made 6 strikes each game. And there's his 6th one in this game. He was strung out 4 in a row. You cannot get a jackpot unless it comes within the 9 frames of the match. So now Thompson must strike or he's beaten. He turned it over. He got a Brooklyn. We're going to make every effort to get in a full game. Time might run out on us, but we're trying. Here we go. Sudden death. Jim St. John in the 10th. You could hear a pin drop here. Slowed it down, driving it up, and in. His 7th strike of the game. Remember, it must come for jackpot consideration within the 9 frames of the match. Thompson's got a strike. Oh, that 10-pin again, and the youngster's disappointed, but that's it. The final score, St. John's 7, Thompson 6, Milton.
Oh, what a match. How about it's the greatest, one of the greatest you've ever seen. Bow, gentlemen, bow right to the audience that are watching. Al, congratulations on winning and still holding the throne of the King of the Hill. And since neither one of you hit the jackpot tonight, next week we're taking off into outer space again with a $35,000 jackpot. May I say to you, Al, for a youngster, 22 years old, you were really wonderful, and it's too bad that you couldn't win it. But before you go, I'd like to give you your check for $250. And what would you say is the turning point in this game for you?
Well, no excuse. No excuse.
No excuse? Does that show he's got class? Tell the truth, huh? Well, let us all hope the breaks go your way next time. And you have your check, and we have our lovely Philly girl, Laurie Brady, to give you a box of sports. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wish him lots of luck. Al Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks, Al. You're our King of the Hill again for next week. Now, in 30 seconds, I'll be back to talk with you, and I'm sure all our friends out there would like to learn a few interesting things about you, because you came through like a real champion tonight. And here is another fellow who comes through every day of the week. Take a good look at this.
When the mail arrives, it's a chance to pass a few friendly words and to enjoy your favorite cigar. Full-size Phillies Blunts or slim, trim Phillies Panatellas. With either shape, you enjoy Miracle Mild Smokin' Pleasure. Phillies Smokin' Cousins in the handy fresh pack, 5 for $39.
Yep, take your choice, men. Phillies Blunts, Phillies Panatellas. You think the Phillies people made them just for you, and you know what? They did. Well, that's about it. That's about it. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, our King of the Hill, Jim St. John, will be back here to challenge the winner of the first match, and let's wish him a lot of luck. I'll give you a check a little later. Jim St. John, ladies and gentlemen. We're a little short. Thank you very much, Jimmy. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to watch the Barbara Stanwyck show next week, just before Jackpot Bowling. I'm Barbara's guest star, and it's really an exciting story. So next week, there'll be a full hour of Berle, if you can take it. And now I'd like to leave you with the words of that great statesman, Winston Churchill, who only last week put up his 2 fingers like this and said, "Who stole my Phillies blunt?" Good night and good smoking. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night.
Starring Milton Berle, has been brought to you by Brunswick, the leader in recreation, education, health, and defense. And by Phillies Perfecto, extra size, rich taste, Phillies, America's #1 cigar. From the Hollywood Legion Lanes, this is Chick Hearn speaking. This program was pre-recorded earlier this evening.